Here's the CC subtitle right here. Click on it and you'll have the Korean language. 안녕하세요, Cody입니다. 오늘은 service return. Hello everyone, tennis coach Cody here. Tonight we're going to talk about the forehand and the backhand service return. So here we go. Okay, so the process to return the serve on the forehand side. So step number one, and you'll see all the pros using this method to return the serve. So on the right, on the forehand side and the backhand side, the process is the same, but we'll get through that forehand side and we'll take our time with it, then we'll move to the backhand side and get to that as well. So starting the service return, depending on how strong of a server your opponent is, that will determine your ready position. So if my server, it has a weapon on their serve, if they're hitting it really fast, hard flat serves, or hard slice serves, pushing us back, then you want to change your ready position. So hard server, maybe I'll be further behind the baseline. A softer server, then I'm going to move closer in, as I was doing in the examples in the beginning and throughout this video. I wasn't facing a super hard server, so I was starting about here and split stepping way into that court. So starting position based off of your server's strength of their serve. If they have a weapon, you'll start further back. If they serve softer, you'll start on the baseline or maybe even inside the baseline. That's step number one, your starting position. Step number two now. Before your server hits, once you have your starting position, you're then going to begin to sway, or you're going to begin to move and bounce. But you want to get your feet and body moving in some sort of way. You don't want to just be still, relax with straight legs before your server is about to hit. Then get ready at the last second and then do your return. So step number two, you want to be moving, swaying in some sort of way with your knees bent and your racket head up, left hand on the throat of the racket. Moving on now to step number three of the service return. Once your opponent hits the serve, this is one of the most important steps to the service return. Once your opponent hits the serve, you're swaying, you picked your ready position, and once they hit, you're then going to split step forward and into the court. Once they contact the ball, you're going to be split stepping forward, moving forward. As if you're in a hallway, you can visualize yourself. If you're in a hallway and the only place you can move is forward. You can't go lateral because you'll run into the wall. You can go diagonal as well. You can split step and go diagonal, but you can't go lateral, must go forward. So the split step is forward and into the court. Reason being is that on your service return, once you do your split step forward when they hit, you're then going to do your unit turn and the backswing will be short. If your backswing's way too big, you're facing a stronger server, you're going to be hitting late. So you want your turn, your unit turn, on that forehand side short, split step forward so your weight's going into the ball, very important, that's why we're moving in. Then you can push off your right foot into your left foot and do that finish and that return. So that is why you split step forward, you're getting the weight moving forward and the power is generated not from your long backswing, it's generated from your legs and pushing your weight forward into that ball and the contact point being in front of us. We're using our power against our opponent, body weight moving forward. So after then, your opponent hit the serve, you split step forward into the court, do your unit turn. Maybe you have time to take a few adjustment steps. Then you can absolutely do so and adjust and then do your service return. But I like to teach the service return as if you're playing against an advanced server, because then as you play, if you're learning the most advanced method, then as you play everyone opponent's lower in level, you'll take care of it no problem. So if you have time after your split step to take a few adjustment steps, you can absolutely do so. But the quick servers, all you'll have time, the fast servers, advanced servers, all you'll have time to do on the forehand and backhand side is get swing, get moving. Once they hit, then you'll split step forward and then do your return. So that's why I like to teach the full method that the pros are using. So any other types of serves you see, other than an advanced serve, you'll take care of easily. So now, talking about the backhand side. As I said in the beginning, the forehand return and the backhand return are very, very similar, almost identical. It's just one is on the left side, one is on the right side. So before your opponent serves, you determine already if your opponent is a strong server or a weak server. If they're hitting a first serve, a strong first serve, or a weaker second serve, you adjust your starting position accordingly based off of their strength, based off what you believe they're going to hit in that moment, in that point. So I determined right now, based off my starting position, they're a decent server, so I'm not standing in the back fence like Rafa Nadal. I'm starting in a pretty strong starting position like Djokovic here. So I'm right behind the baseline. I start my sway, still holding my strength with my forehand grip, because we always want to hold our strengths, as I talked about in the intermediate, and advanced series. Holding our strength. Once you see they hit it to your backhand side, once they strike it, you do your split step forward. Boom, that's step 2. Then our unit turn to the left, step 3, and then our finish. Okay, so step 1, step 1, picking our starting position. Step 2, swaying here, right as they hit. Step 3, split step forward, boom, turn, and the finish. And remember, if they hit it softer, have a softer serve. If they just puff it in there, do your split step forward, boom, your turn. Maybe you have time to take adjustment steps, and then you can do your hit and your finish. Let's just talk about one other aspect real quick. If you can't swing on the return, if they hit a great serve out wide, let's say on this on the ad side, a lefty hits a slice out wide, they hit it way out wide, we still want to attack it diagonally after we do our split step and our turn. If they hit it way out wide now, we won't be able to swing most likely. We'll have to hit a slice, and that's all determined based off of how comfortable you are with your return and with your movement. So different returners have a different comfort level with how wide they can move and still come over the ball or follow through on the backhand and on the forehand side. But just remember, you always want to attack a slice or a shot wide or a shot down the tee by moving diagonally. So you always want to do this to cut the angle of the ball and reach that ball. If you move laterally, you won't get to the ball. The spin will be cutting away from you and they'll hit the ace. So always move at the ball when it's wide or when it's far away from you down the tee. Cut the ball's angle with moving diagonally. And based off of your comfort level, maybe I'm super fast on the return, I'm an advanced returner, then I can split step forward and still come over the ball with the return. Or maybe I'm uncomfortable and I need to split step forward and then hit a chip. But it's all based off of how comfortable you are in that moment. You always want to put the ball over the net and most effective in that moment based off of your level. So if your opponent hits a serve that you can't come over, or hit a topspin return on your forehand side and or on your backhand side, you need to immediately in that moment change your grip to your slice grip. So whether you have a continental grip or around a continental grip on your slice, or what I teach, the Eastern grip on the slice, then you need to change the grip to your slice grip in that moment. So if they slice me out wide, I did my split step forward and I have to lunge out wide, notice I don't have my backhand grip anymore. I changed the grip a little bit to the slice grip, then I'm going to chip. So in that moment, if you decide to slice, just wanted to highlight on, you need to change your grip super fast, get to your slice grip, so you can make that return over with the proper grip when you're hitting that slice. Thank you guys for watching how to hit a forehand and backhand service return. The next video we have for you guys, our subscribers and new viewers, is how to hit a low, a medium, and high forehand. And shout out to Babylon. If any of you guys are watching, shout out to you guys. We love your gear. 안녕하세요. Bye. Oh, nice.